Hello and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Karen. Today we're going to have fun with documents. So we've gone back to 2019. The Gay Pride Flag and March have been going for 41 years. The Queer Nation organisation has been established for 34 years. Judith Butler has been published for 30 years and is in universities. Monica Helms has designed and flown the trans flag and contributed her book. So, what's this? Only adults, good practices in legal gender recognition for youth. It's a report on the current state of laws and an non-government organisation advocacy for doing that. Who's doing it? An international organisation that is a network of organisations across Europe, but they've said they're international, and they're going to train activists with it. So it's done by a foundation that is into driving systematic change with media and media development stuff. And it's done by Denton's lawyers and they're doing it for free. They're into diversity and inclusion as well. So they're a law firm and sometimes this is referred to as the Denton's documents, but they do heaps of documents. And we're going to have a look at pages 11 to 21. So we're going to explore the current state, explore in relation to legal framework ways that NGOs can bring change to the law. They studied these countries to see who had the best laws for self-ID and restriction or exclusion to minors. How to use it, instructions on how to campaign to change the law, good practices from international law. So check out what's already out there and what laws are behind them. And you can find any established ones, for our age bracket, but these ones could be useful. UN Human Rights Council from UNICEF. So number 3, principles of best interests and right to be heard. Their example is like no one is allowed to say that children of a certain age shouldn't be allowed to blah blah. So right to be heard. Just irony. Number 4, right to recognition, independent of parent and family. The right to health, completely, and states must take measures under those articles. Rights to the development of the child. For example, how's that one? States should take action against parents who are refusing to give authorization. Rights to private life. So good practices in international instruments. Sounds fancy. So what did they find? Nothing much. So we're going to go use the Yogyakarta Principles plus 10, which is downloadable here. It's all about that. And we won't do that now. But based on stuff in that report, these are the stuff that they're recommending. States should get into. Hmm? Number 7, identify individual children and groups of children. That comes up in the council stuff with the rainbow groups and things. And we've got good practices in national legal framework. So what work best in the countries that we studied. So self-ID stuff, extending the process to minors. In 3, they've got perceived fear of diagnosis, the stigma, perceived fear stuff. Sorry. Relationships should only be altered if favourable. Legal recognition, gender recognition at birth. This one's significant because this one just came out to me because of I thought, well, hang on, that's being used incorrectly, kind of. Um, in Malta, so intersex children don't have to declare their legal gender on their stuff until they've like been through puberty and stuff. So it's kind of not being used correctly. Anyway, because they have a chromosomal condition, think so. Anyway, it also prohibits surgery until they're 18 as well. So anyway, there we go. 6, recognition of a third gender. So recognize existence of a third gender by expressing a neutral X where they don't want their gender identified. So by not identifying your gender, you're creating a third gender. That's see what I mean? There's a little red flag. So this is sent out all around the world to all the groups, all of them, zillions and billions of them. The states should pay for stuff, no limits. 8, establish sanctions for breaching laws on gender recognition. So establish, anti-discrimination and anti-vilification legislation. Yeah. Da-da-da. Okay, so good practices for advocacy. Target young politicians and get them to talk to the senior politicians and tell them about they need to be on the right side of history. Demedicalise the campaign so self ID isn't seen to be connected to puberty blockers. Yeah. Because it might be not like looked at that favourably. And so, a better chance if you're hanging out with good stuff. Like gay marriage rights and stuff. So real life case studies, so deep TV shows of them come on the ABC. Anonymise the narrative. So sway public with perceived hate. Um, 5, get ahead of the government and the media. And fun one, use human rights as a campaign point. Hire your campaign to a more popular one. That's what I was saying about the gay marriage thing. Yep. And be sneaky about it. Or carpe diem. It's Latin for you urging someone to make the most of the present time and give little thought to the future. Yeah. So, and number 10, work together. So this all went round the world. So think of 2023 and lesbians wanting to have a shindig and all the groups that got together and some of them were like combined non-for-profit groups in Victoria and they went like full on stacks on the lesbians. No, no, you can't. You can't exclude trans people. Right, and so don't compromise at all. Yeah. Might take years to fix it. So, notes on methodology. It's intended to be used for campaigning and lobbying, research and legal. So, a questionnaire filled out by a team of lawyers, and they did their own research. So, and We deserve justice. And that goes on for a while. If you want to go, you can look that up. You can probably work that out yourself. I've given you enough extra instructions. And be thankful it's not COVID because this goes for 202 pages. That'll do. See you later. Bye.